Welcome to Actoroke from Chaldea Studios. Today we have an RPG going tonight for Series 3, Episode 1. I am the illustrious and DM.
Yes.
Illustrious is good,
Yes,
right?
it is.
Next time it'll be not
lustrous.
so. The lesser DM.
lustrous
the lustrous DM. My name is Mike Boozer. Mike Boozer. I also go by several other names that I'm sure they will say tonight that we don't have to repeat right now. So we'll be doing that. I'm going to let the players introduce yourselves. I'm going to go from left around the table. We'll start here, but give us your name, your character name, the basic information on what your character is, if it's an elf, if it's a monk, what pronouns you're going by, and where we can find you on the internet. We'll start with you, Rennie.
That's a lot of stuff. My name is Rennie Arukto. I go by he, him. My character is a human warlock, and his name is Archibald Ashtooth. You can find me at, how about zombieorpheus.com, and I'm on Instagram as Rennie Francis.
Okay, Megan. She's so shy.
Okay. Hi, I'm Megan Kariminoser. I am playing Bahati, a human druid. We are both she, her, and you can find me on Instagram at Megan and Eggs. It's MEAGAN and eggs. I'm really shining tonight. Go ahead, Lexi.
Okay, Lexi's up. Let's see.
No. Hi. We had a really, really fun time before this session started tonight. It's going to be a good series, you guys. I can really feel it. Hi, I'm Lexi the First. My pronouns are she, her, which are also the pronouns for Saoirse, who is my fighter for this season that I am really excited about. So this series, they switched us now. Megan and I are sitting across from each other, which was clearly a mistake.
You will see next session, we will not be sitting like this.
So if you see us making eyes in odd directions, you know. And you can find me at Lexi the First pretty much across social media. And I'm just gonna right on over here.
All right. I'm Bryce Bebop, and I will he, him, and I will be playing Cass, also he, him, beautiful bard. And yeah, he's great. That's what I got.
Are you on social media?
I am on social
Tell
media.
me about it.
I just made
But face the camera.
But I look fine.
I know, right? She's
I made a
distracting.
Twitter just for this because I haven't done things before like that because I'm older than I look apparently, or I'm just older than I am. Anyway, it's at Bryce Bebop. It's pretty simple. That's. I'm sorry. You're distracting me.
Do you see her eyeshadow?
Right?
You can't look
Okay,
away.
that's what I got.
I'm
Twitter at Bryce
so
Bebop.
sorry.
We're gonna wrangle you guys in. By the way, I am he, him. For me, you can find me at. I just made one as well. Mboozer, MBOOZER 42. So you can look for me there. 42 because well, it's the answer. To everything. So I'd like to introduce at this time Tinnel, who is going to do some live art for us tonight, of course, and she's been doing that for a long time, and everything she does is great. I just saw what she did last time, and I'm really excited for what we'll see tonight, what she will give us tonight. I'm going to explain what we're going to do. So for this session, it's the RPG section. We're going to play a game. If we'll ever get into it, we'll try. Then subsequently, next week, I believe, we'll have a script reading that will be written by Steve Connard. And then 2 weeks from then, we'll have a movie night where we'll show the movie of the RPG session, which may or may not look like anything we do tonight. We'll see how that goes. So that's on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time on Twitch TV /GenCon TV. Thanks, Peter. And you can find this all at World of Chaldea, Actoroke.com. All right. For tonight's session, We've already rolled up characters. We'll go into a little more of that. But what we're going to do right now is we have a little surprise. We have an opening film to show the audience and all of you that may inform you on some things that are going to happen.
Scary. Context.
Yeah.
He settled near what is now the city of Sheol. Like all Etruscans, Laint brought with him the culture of tombs. Etruscans envisioned artistic tombs as homes for their dead. They carved structures of rock and a volcanic stone meant to last for eternity, and filled them with their most valuable and precious belongings. Later in life, at incredible expense, Laint constructed burial tombs for his dead wife, his children, future offspring, and descendants. During the dark times and beyond, and even now, the cemetery at Dua Wold grew and evolved into a necropolis, a vast, elaborate tomb city. Master, an ogre and dog merchant extraordinaire of Graver Stig, leans against a gatepost. Beside him, bound to a hulking steel chain, lies Unruly, an Annwn hound and Master's best friend.
Oh, sure. Hurry up and wait. Happy to oblige, mistress. Take your time. No! No! We just returned from a hunt, and it didn't go well. Brigithuina was angry. She sounded
like what?
Brigithuina, a demigoddess of Aron, a notorious leader of Graver's Dig, magically appears, traveling by a divine teleport. In her wake arrives a Celt human, Actoroke, her executive clergy lapdog and current high priest.
I've been waiting for 36 days.
I didn't know you could count that high.
And you will wait longer if that is my desire.
I've got a business to run, Brigithuina. Tracking that itinerant witch is a waste of time.
Freaking Mensa ogre we've got here.
Now, Taylorthawk. I can't have ignorance in my employ. Can I? You know, I recall gifting you a Mensa potion, too.
Orphy Vab's been wandering around the graveyard since the dark times. Why do we give a crap?
200 years or thereabouts. It was I who cursed her behind these very walls.
Why?
Sometimes we hold on to things we cherish, or more often than not, things that bring us misery.
She's endured agonies of loneliness and misery.
The witch or Grief's widow?
The world is changing, and we are being inextricably drawn and quartered. We may look at life through rose-colored glasses, believing that we are immune to imperial politics, that somehow Samaria is an uncivilized, distant land. No one cares about.
What's wrong, mistress?
Combine crazed and witch, you get some pretty spellbinding results.
Where is she?
Interrogating a bone pile.
If all the bones of hell emptied out into one spot, it couldn't rival this stack of bones. A dark figure dressed in black filth slowly shambles around the perimeter, searching and gathering bones. Orthy Vob, a Celt Dunnion mooing witch, paces in front of a large interrogation chair, and on it, a human skeleton sits, casually propped up.
Where'd you hide it, Chinwaggle? Come on, tell me! Here, I can smell its marrow. Denying the truth doesn't change the facts.
The skeleton stares off into space, ignoring the witch and her line of questions.
I know so. You were in his honor guard.
If the skeleton knows anything, it's refusing to fess up.
You think just because you're dead you can't be held responsible? Traitorous, swindling Sweeney. Brennan Bullbrand fell. His death rattled. He was your liege. You, his protector, you must have seen something. I will break this conspiracy of silence!
A shallow wind whistles, singing past the witch.
I'll have the truth from you. Your master's body exploded. Did you see where his head went? Huh? Speak up. I can't hear you. Do you remember anything unusual?
This whole bloody place is unusual. You need to speak a little more specifically in your questioning.
Prithwin, back from exile.
Still searching for your son?
You know I had the authority to stop.
I need Bran.
I need him too. Son, Bran, that you? Bran! Bran! Son, speak to me! My son's body is scattered all over hell.
Oh, quit your bitching. Listen up. I need Bran to raise me an army.
An army for you?
Aye, the only kind he knows.
Well, isn't that a dog with two willies? Now you need him.
I do.
Pardon me, my huntress. It's proving a wee bit difficult to find a bone in a pile of bones.
About that, I have an idea in terms of deed. Many hands make light work.
You and the riffraff?
Think you can speed up the search with your blood returns?
What is this army for?
Deliver it, and I'll tell you. Here.
Yes.
It's time I turn a setback.
Into a combat!
No more excuses, and bring Bran to me, alive.
Alive?
White Lotus will return life, no matter how long dead. Even your son.
Orthy Vob cradles the vial like it's the most precious substance in the universe.
You're giving her White Lotus?
Just the one, best not wasted. Stay here and keep a wary eye.
Hi, mistress.
Orthy Vob waves her staff like an orchestra puppet master, animating the dead. More and more undead answer her summons, digging themselves out of the dirt, stepping forth from crypts, mausoleums, or wherever they were laid to rest.
Find my son!
Somewhere, off in the night, our attention is drawn to 4 recently dead souls.
Search everywhere!
You might recognize those people.
Well then,
Yeah.
Those people are you.
We can't die this season.
You are undead.
Hey.
You've been raised through the power of Orthy Vob, and you are compelled to look for the skull of Bran.
Whoa.
So that is the setup for your characters this season. Orthy Vob says, to all of you, but all of this army of undead, we are looking for the skull of Bran, my son. His head is lost somewhere in this necropolis. It is here, and we need to find it. So you feel compelled to search the necropolis. As of right now, she raises you in this little area over here.
Ooh.
Okay.
And you feel like you should probably go and start looking for the skull almost immediately. Now, as you come out of your graves where you were, you have the following information. All of your items that you had on your body are in the grave. So you can dig them up. You dig them up with you. You get all your weapons and armor and all of the things that you had, your heirlooms or anything that you had on your person. You don't need any food.
Great.
So, we're not going to worry about that because you're undead.
We don't need brains.
So,
Do I like brains though?
if you want to
personal choice.
eat a little dirt sometime, it's not bad for you. So you could do that. Right. Some worms.
A little brain here, a little brain there.
Keeps the teeth healthy. Yeah.
So you agree that you have a fleeting memory of the last thing that you remember is a horn blowing. You heard a sound of a horn.
All of us?
Yes, all of you. And you really don't know one another. You don't feel like you do, but there is some form, you're all in the same area, and there's some form of familiarity that you're not quite sure. There's something, you look a little familiar to one another. So that's how we're starting. And the skull is somewhere in a graveyard, necropolis, full of skulls.
Graveyards.
Oh, I look for the skull.
Right here, just look around 5 feet.
Yeah.
Is it that one?
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't it be silly if we walked somewhere else looking for the skull?
Yeah.
And it was right here.
How will we know when we found said? Is there a thing in our head that tells us like what it looks like? Is it glowing?
You don't know.
We don't
There
know.
are
Okay.
there are hundreds and hundreds of undead ranging around. You look a little less ripe than them.
Yeah.
Like maybe
Fresh, I got
you
some
were
flesh.
recently killed or something.
Yeah.
And you don't really have too many wounds or anything. You're not really, you're not overly, you might have a little slasher or gash there. Maybe maybe some arrow punctures or, maybe some knives or something. But you're feeling fine. I mean, really, for being dead.
Undead.
Undead, but you kind of feel that you're not quite the same as the rest. There's a lot of just mindless searching going on.
Where I have like opinions about things still.
Yeah, you still feel like feel like a character. You still have your own mental facilities, so
Brains
things
are still
things are a
pretty
little
intact.
strange, a little different for you.
The only thing is that, but I still got that compulsion to find that skull.
Yeah,
That's
you
there.
feel like you need to search
Yeah.
and find the skull. Yeah.
Looking, picking up skulls.
Do I just so do I have at least a feeling when it's the wrong one? Otherwise, I'm just gonna start.
You have no idea.
I mean,
it's like you can just start going. I mean,
start
maybe I
picking
don't
up
know. You gotta
skulls,
start. What are you
putting
gonna
them in
do?
a
Start
bag, I
collecting.
guess, yeah.
You can start collecting skulls. And
Yeah, I just start putting
Bags of
skulls in a
skulls.
bag
Make a
like
bag, skull
immediately.
bags, just-
Yeah.
Listen,
I mean,
I'm a working woman. I just start putting skulls in bags.
You have a little more intelligence, obviously, than some of the things that are going on here. It's like they're just like mindlessly going around and digging
Gambling.
in dirt and stuff, and you can think you guys are thinking for yourself. So and you kind of realize you kind of see each other and go, okay, wait, you're not like the rest. A lot of these people are just zombies. I mean, really zombie.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are really off. You smell okay right now, but you're like a little dirty, a little not, and you definitely don't look alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like you're dead.
Super dead.
Okay, really important.
Yes.
Can I use my druidcraft cantrip to make a flower grow in here? So I can have a nice smelling thing on me, so I can waft it
You
at people.
absolutely can.
Great. I'm gonna do that so that people are less likely to think I'm
it
dead.
works even in this soil.
Great. Yeah.
So you make a little flower. Great.
Just a person.
So you have this kinship mostly from the fact that you're all not like the rest of the undead.
So are there a lot of undead?
There are, and they're wandering around, and they're not paying any attention to you.
I have another question for you,
Sure.
which is, so we have this compulsion to find Bran's skull.
Right.
Do we have any understanding of who Bran is, or who we're supposed to bring the skull to, or where, like anything?
Not really.
Okay, just
I mean, Orthifob says that it's to bring it to her.
Right.
But
Do you know where
she, I mean, she suddenly, I mean, there are all these people around and all these, and she doesn't really give you too much extra information at this time. She doesn't say it or, you know, or say anything to you about it. She seems to be treating you like the rest of the. She doesn't seem to have. She doesn't seem to have clued in that maybe you're not quite the same. She's raised hundreds and hundreds of undead and just sends them out. Bring them to me, she says, and then she starts wandering around herself.
So
And she's a little. She's
we can see her.
She's
She's
not a
near
little
us.
off. She's a very off. I mean, she's like.
I mean, we're dead,
She's
so.
yeah. I mean,
I'm
you're
not
off,
here to
but
judge.
she's
The bar's a
talking
little.
to things and bones, and she's looking around, and you could. I mean, you could go up and talk
Can
to her.
we group team meeting?
Huddle.
Can we go talk to her and ask her some more questions?
I mean, I like getting jobs done as fast as I can. So I feel like I need. I mean, I'm going to start bringing all these skulls to her if we don't know more about what we're looking for.
I'm going to use my wisdom to determine whether or not that might be wise, considering there's all these other undead around here. If that would be problematic, if she discovered that we
Yeah,
were
why
a little
don't
more
you,
intelligence. So 10 plus what is my perception roll? Is that right? My wisdom roll?
You can use a perception roll.
Perception roll. I have an 11. That's just my regular senses.
You know, I mean, I don't know. You want to draw attention to yourself? Maybe you do.
I sort of question whether we should really be talking to that crazy old lady if she's been.
She wants us to get the job done. We need
Bernie's really
information to
good
get
at
the
doing
job done.
exactly what the DM says not to do. It's like he goes the opposite way. It's great.
It's good for her, right?
Yeah.
I've done a lot of
She
jobs
gets
for a
the
lot of people.
skull. We get a
We get what
prize.
do we get? Good to be
We
dead,
should
to
ask
go back
her
to
that too.
sleep?
I'm gonna make some notes.
Yeah.
Ask about
Maybe.
prizes.
Write that down.
I don't have paper. I realize I was dead.
Yeah.
Oh, paper. And so like there was, digging up. I pull out this. You want some paper? It's dirty.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ask some questions, and so she just walks over to her. So she's
Okay.
going. She's
You
going.
walk over
Yeah,
to
she's
her?
heading over.
But
No, she's going. She's leaving. She's going. She's like,
You walk over to her and you walk up to her and she kind of looks at you and says, "Who are you, dearie?"
looking for the skull.
Yes, you're supposed to be looking for the skull.
Yeah, but there's like a lot of skulls.
That's why you're here. There's lots of skulls.
Do you want us to?
Does it have
Is
like
it labeled?
like a tattoo?
No.
Was it
it's
like
not
Bastion?
labeled.
Was it like this? Had like Bastion?
Bring me
Is it like
skulls.
I mean, all right. She starts doing. She's gonna start picking, like literally bends down at her feet.
I
and
like snatch one off of
None
one
of
of the
these are right.
undead.
None of these are right. Why are you talking? Why are you able to talk?
because I have a mouth still. It's pretty cool. I mean,
I
she
start
like
eating
shows up.
dirt like a zombie.
Looking around, touching skulls.
Yeah, I
Or, I mean,
assume
isn't
you
it-
didn't
isn't-
you do this?
Well, I think this is good. This is good for you because
Recently,
Nice.
she says most recently dead, I think.
See, no, but here's where it's good for you. See, we can be extra helpful.
Our
Oh,
brains
can
still
you?
seem to do
Yeah.
brain
so if
things.
you can give us anything to help us locate the specific skull.
I have no idea where it is. That's why I raised an army of dead to do it. So, branch out. Use your abilities, your savvy, your
Spring.
intelligence.
Just
your,
every skull.
Okay.
Use your bard. You got a bard, right?
Ren
That's a
is,
bard. Isn't it
I
a bard?
Do you sing
assume
to skulls? Is that like a thing?
Male.
Hey, Bard.
Male skull.
Yes.
I stretch out my
Okay.
guts a little bit and
All
go,
right.
Yeah.
Do you do a song that's like, hey, Bran Skull, where are you? Is that like a thing you do? Or?
yes.
Maybe the ribs would go.
Oh yeah, like a xylophone. Yeah.
She says, I don't know where it is. That's why I've gotten you. So maybe you can branch out and go a little further out.
Branch out. Okay.
Branch.
Oh, she still has puns.
Take more in depth to take those from me.
But go look. I don't have time for this.
Okay.
I've got other things to do.
Well, I can tell if it's a male skull.
Is there a prize at the end? That was our other question. She's like, is there a prize at the end?
Your prize? Yes, there's a big prize.
She has a drum.
I do not.
Oh.
She says there is a prize at the end. Of course, I will think of a prize for you all.
Yeah, that sounds legit. All right.
Something suitable.
Oh,
Your turn.
cool. Thanks.
In the distance, you hear.
Did Bran play the drums?
You guys hear that?
And she kind of looks around and
It's
she
all along
says,
the watchtower.
I'm a skull. She
Oh.
flourishes her hands and she disappears.
All right. So now we don't know. We also don't know where to bring the skulls when we find them because she's gone.
Do we still hear the drumming?
That's
Or
just
so
great.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bard magic says we go that way.
We follow the drums.
Yeah.
That sounds like BS. But yeah,
I don't
sure,
have
let's do
another
it.
direction to go.
What are those drums?
Magic works in mysterious musical ways.
I think it doesn't. But yeah, sure.
When's the last time you cast a spell, madam?
Literally never. That's weird. It's weird stuff, man. That's weird stuff.
Let's go.
Prestidigitation. Make her undirty.
Ooh. She does not say that. I say that.
Ooh,
Let's clean the dirt off of each of us.
great.
It's still pretty dead. Don't know how much that helps.
Thank
I don't know.
you.
Still a corpse.
I do what I can.
My gift to cast Alter Self at will, is this something I have always been able to do?
Yes.
Okay, great. I just sort of casually make myself look less dead.
Right.
What?
Did you just?
What? Did you? Are we following those drums?
Drums.
Drums. Let's go.
So, there's.
Oh,
What
is that still
happens
in
if
there?
I try
Here,
to
do you want me
pull
to
this
help?
thing out?
Do you want me to like? I can kind
I
of.
think they say
First, I can,
leave
like, help you
it.
with that.
in. Like,
Headband.
leave
But
it
that's
in.
like to
Pull it
stop
up.
yourself from dying, and he's
No,
already
does
dead.
it hurt
So-
when I try to move this?
No.
It doesn't hurt?
No.
Do you want me to just like?
You can go.
I can get that for you.
Hold on, I go like this. Okay, so then I.
Wait, but what if you need to hang your coat on something?
Who are you?
My name is Bahati. What's
So
your name?
I snap off one end and I go like this. Does it hurt?
No. Doesn't hurt at all.
Pull it all the way out.
All right.
It's gonna feel so dumb when he has to hang his coat on something.
Yeah.
And you fall down dead. Just kidding. You're fine.
Falls off.
Yeah. The pin holding it together.
Your head falls off. No, you're fine. You're fine. You take the arrow out, you're fine. You do hear these drums.
Yeah, I guess.
I can hear them better now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Are they coming
Yeah.
closer?
No.
Are we? If we're
But it's more
following
like-
them, like, are they getting? Right. I'm gonna like
I think
pick
we
up a skull.
grab some skulls and walk towards the drums.
Maybe. Yeah, I pick up a skull in case it's the right one. I
Okay.
put some gravel
Just
in
in
it, and I'm
case.
shaking it like a maraca as we
All
walk.
right. All right.
Okay.
There you go. You get a counter beat.
Yeah.
going.
Good.
It's
Yeah.
like one of
You're
those
gonna
eggs
walk
that they
towards
give
the
you in
sound?
elementary school.
Sure, I pick up a skull as well. And like,
We all
So
got
you
skulls,
walk-
I
man.
got a bag full
You
of
start
skulls.
walking this way because
them up as
that's
I
where
go.
they're coming from. That's where the sound coming from. And pretty soon you guys see a little path and you hear it's louder and louder, and all of a sudden you come around a bend and you see
hippies.
Drum circle.
not quite.
The smell of patchouli.
You see a really small goblin sitting on a pile of skulls,
Use some of those.
and he's got a bongo between his legs, and he's going.
All right, now
And
what?
there's-
Now what magic music
And
is?
then you
Oh,
see, beside him is another goblin, dirty, maybe goblin, same size, real small. You can't see him really quick, and he's just standing there looking around. And then that's all you see. And the guy's there. And as you get closer, you're gonna come a little closer to him.
Oh yeah,
You
I'm
notice
like
that
dancing
he's
to his
like
beat.
this.
Does he look dead?
Nope,
Does he look undead?
nope. He's just looking around like that.
Can I pull out my drum and drum with him?
Sure.
Yeah, yeah. I'm still maracaing the skull. We got like a
Pull
whole
out
thing going.
my hand drum and I'm just like, yeah.
Serge just kind of reaching.
He kind of gets into the
for
thing, and the kid
weapons.
kind of looks at you guys, the other goblin. As you get closer, you notice that the goblin standing next to him is not a goblin at all. It's some child, young boy, maybe, I don't know, 10, 11, 12.
Fortunate looking kid thought he was a goblin.
Yeah, seriously.
Dressed in rags.
Well, like most goblins.
But he's got, the kid has a pole that has an orange flag on it.
Do we recognize the flag?
Yeah.
That's,
Something tickles your, like,
can I
yeah,
roll
there's
like a
something about
history
that.
or
May I
something?
also roll?
Something? Can I roll something? Potentially history, maybe an insight, something?
Yeah, you
got
can roll.
this
Let's roll
sweet
something. Let's roll an insight.
die.
What do you got?
I actually don't know. Let me check.
I know. I'm like, what am
I'll
I-
tell you shortly.
My insight is not good. We're gonna roll.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
it's a nat 20. Oh, nat 20 to start the game.
That's
Whoa.
what.
Whoa.
So what is your total?
20.
It occurs to you now that, this is a flag that has
Yeah.
something to do with hunting.
Yeah.
It's a hunting flag of some sort.
Yeah. Just gonna say like,
And he keeps playing.
make sure you yell, hey kid, where'd you get that flag?
The goblin stops and says, "Who's there?" Looks around.
Oh, buddy. Hey.
We didn't need that anymore. Hey, where'd you get that flag?
The kid just looks at you, gives you a look, like,
Yeah,
Holds
yeah,
his
we're
nose.
dead. Yeah, I get
What?
it. Okay.
I smell great. I have a flower in my lapel.
Hey, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that flag?
He looks
Or
at
I'm
you.
gonna make you dead like us.
Yeah.
How about that?
the kid goes. The kid looks at you and goes,
Can
Oh,
you
you can't
write? Can you
speak?
read and write?
Charades! Oh, did you ever play charades, kid?
All right, charades.
Yeah.
Where'd you get it? Use your like.
Can you act it
like,
out?
Yeah, me. Yeah, I know. I'm dead. Dead. Gonna be dead as well if you don't help us figure out where that. Yeah, you.
Maybe, hey,
Hey, goblin.
maybe we don't
Goblin
threaten
friend.
the child just like a
Child's not cooperating.
first action.
Goblin.
you
The goblin
know,
says-
Like, it's cool.
says-
Okay.
Billy doesn't talk.
Yeah, we gathered.
Gathered.
That part was
Yeah.
Do you-
There are
established.
4 of us here. We're all
Yes, I know there's 4 of you.
clearly
Billy told me.
alive.
We're all here, travelers, looking for.
Oh, the goblin's blind and the
items.
kid can't speak.
Yeah, but then if Billy told him there's.
Do either of you know where Bran's skull is?
Are you guys talking in your brains? Are we gonna cover that or?
Billy says he's seen you before.
Interesting.
Cool.
But Billy doesn't talk. Am I getting this right?
Yes.
They've got communication ways.
Is it Morse code? Is he tapping on his arm or something?
Maybe could Billy Morse code tell us where he got that flag?
Or brain tell.
Billy says, well, the flag? That's a hunting flag for the hunt.
Hunting
hunt.
for the hunt.
Yes,
yeah, the
yes.
hunt.
Knowledge
That's
history of the hunt.
Honestly, should have guessed.
Are we not remembering stuff that led us to this point? Are we
Not
like-
really. You're not kind. You're
It's a
kind
little
of.
hazy.
You're kind of. It's kind of hazy.
here.
All right, so knowledge history of the hunt.
Hunt.
Oh man, I keep on rolling a little. That dice sucks. Let's see, history. How about 13?
It's coming. Something's coming back. There's a hunt you can go on. You can go on a hunt, and you have to have the flag to go on the hunt, officially.
Hunting what?
Lots of stuff.
But not a
You're not
skull.
sure. You're not sure.
Maybe a skull.
The goblin says, Billy says, we've already killed you.
Let's roll that back a second, Billy and Goblin.
Maybe get back to threatening that
let's-
kid.
I told you.
Yeah,
threaten the
you
kid.
were right.
Oh, that's
Not
too
usually
bad.
into it.
So you're back again, he says. Wait. Oh, you know what time it is?
If you say it's time to kill us, I swear I'm gonna.
It's time to kill you.
I knew it!
Why?
Y'all tried to stop me from stabbing the child.
From
It's not
behind-
happening when you stop me from
Feel
stabbing
weird
the
about
child.
killing a kid.
Always stab the
some
kid.
tombstones and some
Rule number 1
rubble, jump a bunch of goblins. So there's, but the goblins all jump out and they say, and Billy doesn't say anything,
Classic Billy.
Billy just kind of curls up into a ball
Oh, he doesn't seem okay.
on the ground.
Don't stab
And the
Billy.
goblin the goblin who has the drum, he just sits there. He doesn't even move. He doesn't do anything. But 4 goblins come out, and we're in initiative.
Ooh.
Let's do it. Let's go, Billy.
Wait, where?
Billy,
Wow,
just
that
the
was
boy.
a really bad roll to make up for that initial nat 20.
Where's the
Level
initiative?
Level 1.
Level 1 with goblins.
Oh, okay, 0.
Right.
Great.
All right, what do we got?
15.
Yeah. And you're at 12.
Anyone got higher than a 15?
I have an 18.
Well, why didn't you say so?
Jeez,
Yeah,
Rennie.
ready?
Well, you know.
Why don't you read mine?
Archibald.
Like the goblin.
like the goblin.
Yeah, come on.
What's next?
Listen, I'm not gonna let you kill
I got
that
a 12.
kid.
I got a 6.
All right, my goblins are a 13.
Yeah.
Curses.
Yes.
Y'all stopped me when I was ready. Now I'm like
You're a
hesitating, like,
6?
oh, what are we doing?
I'm a 12, Lex
Oh,
is a 6.
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry.
6 out of
Saoirse.
20.
Cass is a
Okay.
12.
Gosh,
Susha is a
We're
6.
You got this. And I wrote down your names and everything. Should have done that for
I
the
got
first series. We learned our names way faster.
So I have to write your name phonetically because I can't write it
Go
under
for it.
one.
I
That's
know.
what I do anytime I play D&D. All my notes are phonetic.
I just, but I,
Saoirse.
yeah, I'll just mess it up. It'll be half the
Saoirse.
campaign of me writing down her name. It's not worth it. It's okay, but phonetically it's good.
No.
Saoirse.
So
Here it is.
Archibald, there's 4 goblins, and they've got nasty looking knives like this.
Oh, hey, there's a knife.
And 2 of them got short bows.
Okay.
Dude,
Yeah,
feeling a little uncomfortable right now.
yeah, you should.
This feels rude to say the least. Yeah.
It's your turn, though,
We were just
Archibald.
trying
What are
It's
you
my
gonna
to
do?
turn.
talk to these guys.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, so how far away are these undead? Are they just like right across the
These
way?
aren't undead.
Oh,
You're
these are
undead.
goblins.
They're just
I'm
goblins.
In case you're confused,
Goblins
you're
behind
undead.
me. Then the goblins.
They're goblins.
Oh, right.
Right.
All the goblins. Okay.
They're just a little. They're a little ways away from you, like 10, 20 feet. They're not far.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
So-
they're jumping out. They're jumping out.
But the other 2 that we're talking to,
well,
they're
Billy
just sort of chilling out.
he's got the flag and he's holding it and he's just rolled into a ball like a little ball, and the other goblin is doing
Just
nothing.
an ensign.
All right. So first thing he does is he says, that was very, very naughty.
Yeah.
And then he casts Armor of Agthis, which put a protective magical force just sort of surrounds me and as a spectral frost. Just and I look even scarier than I normally do.
Yeah. So scary.
Very impressive.
Yeah. I'm with that guy.
Is that,
Show that kid.
Are you done then? Is that all you got? That's all you got.
That is my
That's your
that is my action, and you are a fighter.
I am.
So I take 1 step to the side, not backwards, to the side, because as you start swinging, I really don't want to get hit by you.
Yeah, that's
So it's
valid.
an
I've got a long
instinctual
reach.
thing. It's happened in the past.
Got a halberd. It's
So-
like a really long
So-
pokey on a stick.
Okay, so Bahati is up.
Yeah, it's over
It's
there.
Bahati's turn.
Oh, great. All right. I'm like, I turn to, it was Billy, right?
Yeah,
The kid, and
Billy the kid.
Billy the kid, and the goblin. And I'm like, hey guys,
There we go.
that was pretty rude. We're gonna talk about this. And I take out my staff, I cast Shillelagh on it, and I go for one of the goblins that's like actively threatening
All right,
us.
great.
I will go for one of the ones with a short bow.
All right,
and
roll.
smack it.
You can go in and you can try to hit him. Go ahead.
Okay.
Goblin with short bow.
21.
That hits.
Yeah, I would hope so. These goblins are wearing full plate. All right, that is 4 points of shillelagh damage.
That goblin falls.
Yeah.
Just.
Great.
Oh wow.
He's like.
Take that.
If you guys want to stop
I mean,
fighting, we
smack-
could stop
you
fighting
smack
now. Obviously, you were unprepared to deal with us. And that's
Well,
valid.
One of the goblins go, "You killed Harry," and then he runs over and tries to hit you with his short sword.
Again,
what's your-
rude. I was trying to give you an out, little man.
What's your-
You
what's
all
your-
did kill
what's
us.
your
They
armor
did kill
class?
us. They said they killed us.
That's a great question, and I should have an answer for you, and I will. 11.
All right, let's see. Let's see if
I
he
like
can
the
hit
build
you.
up. Like, oh, suspense.
He
Whoa.
doesn't have a big. He doesn't have a big
Right of
plus.
silence.
He does hit you, just barely. So he's going to do some slashing damage, and you take 4 points of damage.
You take my damage from me. I didn't print out my character sheet, and I don't know how to use D&D Beyond. Okay.
Lexi will now do damage for Megan.
4.
Not 40.
Wow.
Not 40, because 40 would have done
Well,
it.
I am extremely deader than I was.
And then you hit apply changes.
Apply changes. Check. All right.
You're still up, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Another goblin decides that it's not cool to cast spells that do that weird thing. So he's going to try and shoot you with a short bow. What is your armor class? Is it really nasty now?
So I don't know how to use D&D.
Lexi.
No. So
13,
yes.
and then
This is what I'm here for.
Just gives you 10
the only
hit
reason
points,
Peter
and
brought
then
me
you do
back this
damage if they
season.
hit you, right?
Yeah, if they hit me, then the damage
if
goes
it's a
back.
melee attack.
Right, if it's
Yeah.
a melee attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
So your AC should
AC
just be here.
13. So
Why
AC
do you have a
13.
higher
What
And
AC's 13? Did you put the spell in? Is it a spell? Does the spell give you some armor or some sort of
let's see,
protection?
Yeah, I just gained, like you lovingly told me, I get 5 temporary hit points,
Oh,
as well as it provides a protective screen so that if something hits with melee attack, it hits the back. Is that right?
It takes your temporary hit points worth of damage, I think, or something like that, right?
It covers you and gain 5 temporary hit points for duration. If a creature hits you with melee attack while you have these points, they take 5 cold damage.
Yeah.
really?
And it scales up
So,
if you cast it higher
did
level.
I say he was going to shoot you, or he was going to?
He shot me with an arrow.
No,
not
yeah.
But you
his,
do have
so-
those temp hit points
All
to
right,
soak
all
it
right.
up.
That's nice.
So he's going to
Yes.
shoot you, and your armor class is set at 13.
I have 13 armor class. Yeah.
He also hits you,
Probably.
Really like technology.
and you take 2 points of damage.
I take so that he hits me with a
No, you said he shot
he
you.
shot me, so 2 points of damage.
So we have a hit, we have a shot, a miss, and dead goblin, right? So there's only 3.
And dead. Sorry, the
ball-
goblin that was trying to hit you.
So Billy's still curled into a ball, and the goblin that is sitting there like this goes. That's all he does.
Is that a red
And
dot or a bongo?
nothing else happens, but it is Cass's turn.
All right. So I'm going to pull out my weapon of choice, my ladle, and I'm going to look at one of the goblins with a bow and say, "Revenge is a dish best served cold, sir." Nice. And I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on him,
Uh-oh.
which I'm just going to call him a bunch of names and say that sweet quip that I said. And if they can hear me, they must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 of psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
All right, so that's that goblin, and he needs a wisdom saving throw.
Of 13.
Jeez. Not going to do it. Okay. So he takes how much psychic?
He takes 4 psychic damage.
He's dead.
And
He's gone. There's only two goblins left.
Again, gonna reiterate, you guys.
Could have
You
been
can
easy.
leave.
Is that including drumming goblin or 2
Yeah,
others?
yeah. There's 5 total goblins.
Yeah, 2 attack
Drumming
goblins
goblin,
left, and then drummer.
Billy the Kid,
Billy the Kid.
and 2 goblins left. Okay.
and then I'm going to look at Saoirse, and go, "You got this," and give her 1 die of inspiration
Nice. Yeah.
as a bonus action.
So D6 right
You
now.
know, she's just feeling really good about things right now.
All right.
Like, really good about this choice to, like, threaten this child, really good about this choice to, like, kill something today. You know, thinking, like, maybe she's gonna find the skull and get the special super prize that's definitely not a trap. Like, she's
It's
feeling really
definitely
good about
love
this.
super prizes.
Yeah, this is going great. So, is that the end of?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you get
Sorry,
that D6
just make sure
that you
before
can
I get really
use.
excited and like
Yeah.
take over. Just so inspired right now.
Yeah.
Then is it Saoirse's turn?
It is.
Yes. All right. Yeah. So she's gonna just go ahead and take her halberd, and whatever attack goblin is closest to her, she's just gonna give it a poke, just a little
Okay.
stab it. So let's see. That is a 9 to hit. Oh, but the inspiration dice.
So you can add a D6, I think.
Yeah,
don't
I think it's a
remember.
You're gonna
D6 for
need
you
it.
right now. It levels up with you.
That's
I'm pretty sure
why
it
we're
starts
extra
with a D6.
inspired. because that takes it from a 9 to an 11 to hit.
You miss.
I did what I could.
Just barely.
So did I. So she just kind of like, or do you have a thing?
Nope.
No, I thought you were gonna help.
No, I can't help you.
So she's just like, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this. She goes to grab it, and she's like, I think my muscles decayed a little in death.
Yeah.
And it's like, a little off balance, you know?
Yeah.
It's not.
Your pinky like starts.
There was a little more rotting than she thought was going on internally.
I think you got pretty excited about the attack.
Yeah,
and,
it was just a little off. So instead, she's just going to curse loudly.
All right.
Yeah.
As you would always do.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the next round, you all suddenly remember that you were indeed part of a hunting party of some sort.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
How did we forget?
And then, and then you remember
an
that
arrow.
you were going to go out to hunt, and you had an orange flag at some point.
That's our flag.
And it means that you can go hunt stuff, and people can't attack you that have a flag. Now you don't have your flag. You don't know where it is, but you do remember that. And you remember you were all together, and you were like brand new to Graver's Dig.
Everyone gets an orange flag, like all the hunting
No,
groups get
no,
an
you
orange
just have
flag?
one flag
We
for
had
the
an orange
party.
flag. Oh, but I mean, like
Yeah.
every party has
Yeah,
an
every
orange
party
flag?
has a
Okay,
flag.
so that might not
So-
be our flag.
So you kind of,
It is now.
it's just kind of, as you're fighting the goblins, you kind of go,
Take it from
oh
her, don't
wait,
tell him he's
this
a
this
kid."
is really familiar. Something about these goblins is familiar. Archibald, you're up.
Oh, yes. Archibald is not happy.
Yeah.
So he rises up. Well, it hurts a little.
Crack.
He cracks some bones.
Yes. And he says, "You shouldn't have done that."
Yeah.
And then he casts Eldritch Blast, which I suspect comes out of his fingers because that seems epic. And a beam of crackling energy emits and goes toward one of the goblins.
A little bit of energy be like leaking out of his little like arrowhead holes too.
That would be like red glowing just energy.
It's just like wisps of like,
It's
like,
like, it's
usually
like
crack
pulsing
there.
just a little bit, like his temples.
I'm getting a Thomas
we're
Dolby
gonna need like,
vibe.
You blinded me with science.
we need to get you some corks.
So I'll plug that up.
Don't worry, I'll plug that. So that's a ranged
Embarrassing.
spell attack.
Okay.
And I 14. So to hit, it's a 14.
That hits.
Yeah.
All right, so he hits him 1d10 points of damage. Let's see, which dice should I use? Let's use the pretty ones, right?
Yeah.
1d10. Force damage, by the way.
Yeah.
9 points.
Well, the goblin crumples.
More than crumples, my friend.
Do I have any goblins left?
You have one
more.
goblin.
Bongo
As I
goblin at
miss.
least.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
think
there's Bongo Goblin?
I think there's one more goblin and bongos.
Yeah, one more goblin.
Yeah.
He's not that happy about his situation. And Bahati's up.
Okay, I don't know that this matters, but I did realize that I cast Alter Self and I rolled for it and I failed, so I looked at again. But I leaned towards the remaining goblin and I'm like, really, man?
It's like,
Trying to give him a chance.
he doesn't. He's not. They don't seem really that intent on stopping.
Okay, well, 13.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, he's dead. Then 4 kills him. Then I'm pretty sure 8 kills him.
Yeah, yeah. He crumples to the he crumples to the
you're
ground.
thinking
They
in numbers.
crumple to the ground.
Turn towards
Billy
Helena.
kind of looks
Kill
around,
us the first time.
looks up, looks around. He gets up, kind of dusts himself off. So when Billy does that, you suddenly see that you couldn't really see this, but behind Billy and the goblins, there's a man standing there, a human. He's in long black robes. And they have a little bit of they have a little silver lining on the bottom of them. And he doesn't seem to have any weapons. And he's just standing there, and he's got his arms crossed, and he's looking. And and Billy kind of turns around and looks at the guy and goes, and the man just looks at you and nods to Billy and.
Hey.
My guy.
I'm gonna take that flag.
I'm going to try and stab the kid.
He says, the
Don't
guy
sta-
says,
I'm gonna
he says,
stop you from
don't
stabbing
take
kids."
that flag.
Wait, what? Why? Yeah, take the flag.
Yeah, take the flag. I'm going to take. Yeah, take the flag.
Don't take that flag.
Take the flag. Why are you going to
I'm
listen
just
to
gonna
him?
lay it down in
He
the
like
middle
called
of
it,
all
I'll
of
grab the
us.
flag. Yeah. Oh, did our hands touch?
Oh, these are meat.
He says, are you going to finish him off?
What, the kid?
You can have the flag if you kill the goblin and the kid.
What?
That
If we
sounds fair.
just take the okay, wait, time out. It's been a while. My memories are hazy. Do you guys kill kids?
I don't kill kids.
I don't kill kids. Do you kill kids?
If there's a
the
reward.
kid said
Yeah.
that we're going to die.
And the
He
kid
didn't say anything.
Kid did, yeah, the goblin said.
No, the kid said that they killed us before that we came back.
The goblin also said that.
Yeah,
The kid
I'll
doesn't
kill him
talk.
too. I'll kill them both.
Wait, okay. We are as memories are coming back.
Yeah.
Is
remember
killing
these?
the goblin and the kid fair game within the hunt?
No, not really. If you had a flag, but you don't have a flag.
But we have a flag. They're fair
We're
game.
the monsters right
So
now.
then,
Because we don't have the flag yet.
Yeah.
I'll look.
But wait, what was that?
I said,
We're
the
the
monsters right
monsters.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, because they killed us. They made us undead monsters. They literally killed us.
They did this.
Yeah, okay, time out again. I don't know how many timeouts I get.
Not this many.
But like, what if that goblin is lying because the kid still hasn't said anything?
Then kill the goblin.
Yeah, okay.
All right. All right.
I'm not killing the kid.
Roll back a second. So you're gonna kill these.
You got something?
You have a.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
TV content guidelines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah,
if
we're not doing it. That's
instead
I
of
am
hurting
firmly.
either of these people,
Yeah, I was gonna jump in here.
No, the
Something was
goblin.
gonna happen. But
we could have somebody to carry our flag, somebody to entertain us.
Oh yeah, you
That
can
way
have some
I
sick
don't always have to
backbeats
do
for
it.
yeah.
Loving backbeats. So just
Maybe they know where the skull is.
Hey,
I mean, has the kid done anything to you?
that's what I'm saying.
Has
oh,
the go-
sorry,
has the
I
other
say to
has the
Ox-
other goblin done anything to
They
you?
brought out all the other goblins.
Are you
to try
sure?
this.
He
They
did say
literally
time
said
to
we
kill you.
killed them last time. They said we did it. They said they killed us the
Yeah,
last time.
I guess they did say that.
I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. Who are you, guy in black?
Oh yeah,
He
nice.
says I'm just an observer.
Oh, cool. So, what's the rules on joining parties?
Like joining what party?
Are you looking for the skull?
I want them to join our hunt.
You want the goblin and the kid?
Yeah.
No, you don't have a flag.
Well, what if they join
But
our
we
party?
would if
We'll
they
have a
joined
flag.
us. We'd have a flag.
Yeah, I suppose if they want to. Do you want to join them? And the goblin with the bongo goes, says, gets up and he stands up and he goes.
That's music for yes, I believe.
You would know. I take out my oud, which I happen to have.
No way.
Oh.
Well,
It feels like an especially rude way to say that.
Oh, yeah, you could have just said no.
Yeah,
but
that's kind of a build-up or something.
But what about this? We are on a quest. Flags love quests. Someone help me out here. Maybe try and convince
Persuasion.
them.
Of course, it would benefit you if there was only two of you. Persuasion.
I am
here.
helping. Can I help you do that?
Yes,
Give you
I'd love
advantage?
if you
You're having
together we
helping.
smile
Yeah.
really big.
You're gonna help with some persuasion?
I cast knowledge
Yes.
herself on myself again so I don't look dead. My
Right.
cheek heals itself.
And prestidigitation, so I smell nice.
All right, great.
All right, so 12 plus that 27, right?
Oh, do you have plus 12 in your
I have
persuasion?
a 6. I have a 6.
Oh, yeah.
plus I
So
rolled a
just
6.
just
Oh, is it
21
yours?
then.
Oh, 21.
Yeah.
So 21.
21.
Persuasion, yeah, together, and we say, look, we have some skills. It looks like there's just two of you, and it might keep you safe while you're here in Graver's Dig. He says that very menacingly
Yeah.
and scary. In order
And
to,
I gesture at all the corpses that we just made. Look at these dead goblins.
And the goblins looks around and he says, oh, Billy says we're safe. And wait. Oh yeah. You guys stink. Sorry.
Again, rude, Billy. Tell us to our face at least.
So does this mean that you're going to try and kill us again,
No.
Billy and Goblin?
The goblin says, no, you killed the goblins. There's just me and Billy now.
All right, should we just go for
I
it?
have
We're
a
looking
real
for
question.
skull.
We couldn't be attacked if we didn't have a flag, right?
No, if we did have a flag, we're not supposed to get
If you
attacked by
did
other
have a flag.
flags
If we did
versus
have a
no
flag,
flags
okay.
versus flags. flags versus not flags.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not flags versus
So
flags.
do we need to get a flag to find the skull?
I think we just.
But then would the flag make us more of a
Whoa.
target for other people with no flags?
Are we focusing on the flags when we should be focusing on skulls?
I think so.
Well, I think that by not having flags, it'll get in our way of finding skulls.
I also think so.
Okay.
I'm
You're an
getting
observer.
confused.
You're an
observer.
observer.
She's
Where do
gonna look
flags
to
come
the
from?
dude in black
Yeah.
and be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, observer, we need to find Bran's skull.
Or a flag.
Bran's skull. What can you
who
tell
is
us?"
Bran?
That's a really
Right.
good question. That's what we said.
Question of the day, my man.
But we need it. Real bad.
He
Surprise.
says, he says, I'm sorry, that's not part of my
Purview.
good
So
word.
what is
They're
your,
coming back to me.
Yeah, what is your purview then?
My purview is to watch these gravers here do their thing on their hunt.
So if we had a flag and our hunt was
They wanted to
find
come
the
here
skull,
and kill undead.
then
They thought it was an easy mark.
But they said they made us undead. We weren't undead before. Were we undead before?
Oh, have
Well,
we always been undead?
Well, it appears that if I'm interpreting things right, that they killed you and you were buried here.
yeah.
So you, but they didn't make you undead. They just made you dead.
Well, they made us dead.
they made us dead.
Which does
Right.
feel rude.
Quite rude.
Well, and now it's come back.
Still a little
It's
puked
like
about
Billy and this goblin didn't kill you. These other goblins killed you.
Then why did they say?
I misconstrued what they said. I'm glad we didn't kill you guys.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing.
Can we just get another flag observer guy?
Yeah, is
Can
there
we
like
get
another-
issued another flag?
like a-
Is there like a flag
flag
office?
store? Yeah.
Suppose you could go a couple days,
Okay. that's-
weeks, maybe a week to Graver's Dig and walk in with your undead selves
Yeah.
and
far?
Probably
go get
awkward.
a
I think we missed
sounds
the
like a
prize if we
bad
did that. We
idea.
get
missed
a
the prize.
flag and
I guess.
go out again. I'm sure they'll have no problem with that at all. The hunting
I feel
lodge.
like
the
someone else
hunting
would get the
lodge.
skull first if we did that. We'd
Agreed.
miss the
There was like,
prize.
okay,
and, yeah.
okay, this is maybe not the most important thing to focus on, but my brain's catching up on it. And were there like 100 goblins before? Because how did they
That's
kill
why I
us?
had that question.
Surprise.
My pride is still intact, it would seem.
The goblin says, "Yeah, there were more goblins when we killed you. You
See, he says we again. He said we
more
again.
goblins."
Yeah.
Is anyone else picking up on this we?
He did say
Like a
we. He does say we.
royal we situation. Are
So,
they like
wait,
a
wait.
hive mind?
So are you?
Is anyone else uncomfortable with this goblin saying we?
I am a lot. Can I? I want your flag. We don't want to hurt you. Can I duel you?
The who? Did you say it to the observer?
No, not
goblin.
you, observer. The goblin.
The observer says you can't have the flag.
Oh.
You haven't earned the flag.
Well,
if you
we-
want a
we're
flag,
not
go
in a
get a flag.
duel.
I thought we had a
A
flag.
duel feels like we. Yeah,
I want
we used to have a
Brand's
flag.
skull is what I want.
He says, Hobby, if you would like to duel me,
No, not you. The goblin.
oh well, you would have to duel me to take the flag. So
Oh,
if
okay.
you're
Are
if you would
you-
be
But what
comfortable
about
with
the
that,
skull?
I'm sure I'd be comfortable with it.
Yeah,
would
your
be
robe
interesting.
looks really. His
Go
robe
ahead,
looks nice.
Archibald.
No,
Yeah, his
watching you
robe,
do
look
it.
It's got silver on it. You don't just duel a guy with a silver trim.
I'm sure
Indeed,
he earned
I
that.
would not, because my wisdom says it's stupid.
Yeah, your robe has almost no trim. Not to be rude.
Get some trim, Archibald.
Those are
love
dragons. Those are dragons.
I love that line, Megan. You just don't duel a guy with silver trim. it's just not done. These things are not done.
Yeah. Even
This is
I
not
grew
done.
up like in.
I don't care how many times I die.
Not
I know
even
that.
near people, and I know that.
He says
yeah.
the guy says, so you had a flag, is what you're saying.
I think
When
so.
you
think
were
so.
alive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never
I
even
would
a
then-
flag.
Then you had one of me.
Yes. Wait,
An
one
observer. Wait, a
instance?
silver.
You had an observer.
We had a silver trim.
Yeah.
Where's our?
Yeah, where would he go?
Like a,
Well,
like
if
a
you-
fairy
If
godparent?
you
Just
died,
like-
then he's not going to be your observer anymore. You're dead.
So now you have to get a new observer? Wait, no,
Well,
what about the
He
skull?
goes. He says only if you're going to go on the hunt.
Would our observer know where the skull was?
What if we're hunting
I
the
don't
skull?
Yeah, what if the skull
You
is the
always go
purpose
back
of
to
our
the
hunt?
skull thing, which I have no idea what you're talking about. But
Okay.
there's
don't
lots of
need-
skulls around here. I mean,
That
I'm sure
is
you can
the
find.
That's
some.
the problem.
There's lots of undead recently.
Also
Also a
notice that.
problem. What if one of the undead is Bran?
Right, that's why I was just gonna take
That
a
means we
skull
gotta
off
take
some of those.
skulls off. Of,
Only the male skeletons. We can at least try
That's
to keep
50%.
it down.
Oh,
Yeah,
I have a
pretty good
a
at
question
skeletons.
for the DM.
Oh,
so
wow.
before my passing, when I was still amongst the living here at Graver's Dig, I don't know if I remember this or not, but I signed the heretic wall because I'm super chill with the demigoddess whose name I couldn't spell and therefore did not write down.
Brixlina? Right? Or
Was it?
Wait, she's the one that like runs the city.
Because I was like, so I like pledge. Can I like pray or something, or call upon her to be like, yo, I could use some guidance?
Do you have a deity picked?
I don't have
Do any of you have a deity?
I don't
picked?
Yes.
I wouldn't say I'm in like a prayer ship. I kind of like pray around.
Pray around.
Prayer adjacent. I believe in some of the things
It's
you
kind of an
believe
open
in,
prayer
but-
situation.
Yeah.
But she is one. Yeah, but she is one of
I
them.
don't believe in organized religion. I more believe in.
I signed the heretic wall and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's
Very
Celtic.
Celtic.
It's very Celtic.
But
yeah.
she's definitely one of the ones who I signed her wall. It was a thing.
Yeah.
So can I like?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
you can. I mean, you can. You can go. You can go ahead and offer up a prayer.
Saoirse is gonna be like, you know what? This is getting ridiculous. I don't know how to find this skull, and she's just gonna like close her eyes and out loud just be like, I still can't pronounce her name. Brithwina.
Brithwina.
Oh no, Brithwina.
Yeah.
Brithwina. And she's gonna say, hey B. Signed your wall. You know, you and me, Celtic. We're trying to find this skull. Any advice? Great, thanks. Signed, Saoirse. She says verbally.
The goblin starts.
I take out my Udu again.
I'm gonna take his drum.
He says, "There's no answer."
Cool. Well, that was my idea.
You gonna take his drum?
Yeah, I'm gonna take his drum. He's luring people here to get ambushed by goblins, and
Yeah.
it worked on us once, and not
Worked
the
on us
second
twice.
time.
I mean, we did get ambushed. the
Yeah, we
second
did.
time.
Yeah, we got ambushed.
Yeah.
That's twice.
How are you going to take his drum?
I'm gonna take it when he's not looking.
He's got it between his knees. Are you going to go try to pry it from him?
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to tug
As
it
soon
away.
as you go for the drum, Billy starts screaming at
Oh
you.
God!
You know, just mindless screams
Yeah. Oh.
and yelling.
Maybe you don't take the
I step back
the drum.
2 feet. I don't think we can get anything else.
Really?
Here, folks.
It's a little kid.
Yeah, but
You're
he's a
hard.
little kid.
I don't like
It's
being
a
screamed
goblin.
at.
Maybe we should just walk away from this situation.
We're getting really caught up in the flag, and we need
Yeah.
to. Are there any animals?
B
in
didn't even
this
answer me, and I
necropolis?
signed her wall.
Not a lot. I mean, yeah. I mean, yes. I mean, there are animals. I mean, birds for sure. You can find lots and lots of these little furry creatures called rats, and they're everywhere. So yeah, they're running around, rats, birds.
We should have asked how long ago Bran died. Are we looking for a
Oh.
skeleton?
It's such, I
Yeah.
mean,
We're
they
looking
said
for like one of these
skull.
zombies.
Like they really specified. I mean, I
Skull.
guess the zombies still have skulls on the inside.
Yeah.
So
not
Billy
ask
walks
enough follow-up
over
questions.
to the goblin. He helps the goblin up. The goblin gets up, and Billy and the goblin just start walking this way out towards this.
I'm gonna
in
let
this,
him go.
in this direction.
Okay.
And the observer looks at them and looks at you and gives you all a kind of just gives you a once over, gives you a look, and then kind of nods and then follows them, and they start walking away.
Beautiful day.
As they start walking, it's like, Bon Goblin and Billy, don't trifle with us again.
Not a third time. Fool me twice.
Fool me twice. Not another ambush.
And just as they're getting out of earshot, the kid turns around and he says, his name is Bongo Billy.
Wait, the kid says?
Literally, what just happened?
Is it Billy and Bongo Billy?
The kid said words
Is the
at
observer's
us.
name Bongo Billy?
The kid said words at us.
Yes.
Kid said words at us.
I told you that kid was a little.
He is a good actor.
Yeah,
Just-
you know
You
what?
said follow the music.
I did. We followed it.
Well, you did follow the music.
Maybe that's how we died the first time. You told us to follow the
That
music.
sounds exactly like what
Never
happened,
following
really.
music.
So-
Yeah, coming back to me.
So it's coming. A little more is coming back to you now. Okay. So
Well, bong diggity darn.
you were in Graver's Dig. You to find your fortune. You four got together.
Yeah.
You didn't really know each other very well. You all came from different places and areas, but you got together, you decided to form your own group and go out on the hunt. You got your flag. You did have someone that was an observer. He also had a black robe with a silver. And you knew at that point that that guy was like, yeah, it's like you don't want to mess with that guy. That guy's like, you're not even sure what he is or who he is. He's some sort of a overseer for making sure things are done the right way. You remember that if you have the flag and you go out on the hunt, that no one else can mess with you that has a flag, that you can go on your own hunt and go find creatures and bring them back. You also remember that your guy had this this hole, this black hole, that when you killed something, he'd just shove it inside it.
Okay.
But then you went out and you saw a bunch of goblins. They didn't have an orange flag. You don't remember this Billy kid.
Okay.
The kid.
Nice.
Billy the kid. You don't remember Billy, and you don't remember this Bongo playing goblin. You don't remember them at all. You have no idea who they are. But there was this band of goblins, and they were too much for you. There were about 15, 16 goblins overwhelmed you guys. You guys got, all of you did good, and you got them down to what you think now is maybe 4 goblins. You killed all of them, but they eventually got you, and you don't remember anything else out of that. After that, you kind of remember some sort of horn that blew or something, maybe, but that's about it.
I take out my handkerchief that I have this feeling has the initials of a great archmage on it. And I'm like, BB. I'll be real mad if this is Bongo Billy. Stuff it back in my back. That little goblin was a powerful archmage.
Well, wouldn't that be something?
Would it be something?
So,
You never know.
consider
Game father?
we have learned nothing about the skull.
Nope.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
Have we considered that one of us might be Bran?
We have not, but we can. Are you Bran?
You don't have memories of being Bran. You don't have any memories. You have memories of your past lives. It's all coming back to you, where you're from, your families, that kind of thing. It's all. I think your brains are jellifying into a like.
Do I remember ever having known Bran?
I remember that. The other
drinking
unusual
buddies,
thing,
maybe?
is like you guys are much more, you're not mindless undead. So
How's that?
so you're not doing that kind of thing. But they go out, and this observer goes out, and then you hear the flapping of wings.
Nice, a bird. I could talk to it.
There's an owl,
Yeah.
very big one, circles around up above, way up above. And are we gonna shoot it? No. Okay.
I want to cast Speak with Animals.
Oh. Okay. So it lands on a tombstone
Oi.
close to you.
Yeah, great.
Speak with animals. You cast Speak with Animals.
Yeah.
And it looks at you intently.
While she's doing that, I read the tombstone in case it says Bran on it.
It's just nice. So smart.
It doesn't.
Would have been great.
But that's a good one. I like that. I like that initiative there. I'm like, this is Brad on it.
Should be maybe the other zombies can't read because
I'm like reading these tombstones as I go.
Basically,
It said something about here lies that guy that made bread.
So goes Bran.
Yeah.
He's like,
we lost bread guy.
He's a baker.
I miss bread guy.
I do too.
maybe Bran was a baker. We don't know.
Yeah, well, that'd be nice alliterative.
His
Hey,
name-
sorry, Owl.
And the name on the tombstone is Bob the Baker.
He made Bran
BB.
muffins. But,
What if they were magical?
Oh, magical muffins! Magical Bran muffins!
There's 2 B's.
Bran muffins.
It's everywhere.
Magical bread muffins.
Thing
I
goes
love
all the way to the top.
it. So the owl does land. It's a big. It's a very
Yeah.
tall.
Well, look at you.
Owl. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, little buddy.
Hey.
Nice.
says.
I could talk to owls sometimes, guys. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
What you doing? What you up to?
I just flying, circling above, and
Owl
I
stuff.
kind of, I flew down here, saw that you were fighting some goblins.
Yeah.
And looks like you killed them.
We did, yeah. Hey, couple questions.
Sure.
Have you seen any orange flags other than the one that we were next to a second ago?
Oh, I say come here with orange flags a lot.
Okay. There's sometimes a lot of orange flags here. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and the flag's back on the flags.
Yeah. Hey,
Back on flags.
do you know anyone named Bran?
Oh yeah. Personally?
I mean, honestly, if you know where a Bran might be buried, or know of a Bran, anything about Bran.
Oh no, I don't really know that.
Okay.
But this is fun.
Okay. So when I was like, "Do you know Bran?" and you were like, "Yeah," what were you getting at there?
Well, yeah, like I'm kind of like I've seen things. I've got big eyes.
Oh, sick. Yeah. What have you seen?
Well, stuff.
Brian.
Stuff and,
This is what you guys are hearing.
Yeah.
I see stuff and things, and I saw you fight the goblins. And
Yeah, Bran
That
was
was
not
really
there
cool.
for
That
that.
was really cool.
Yeah.
do you you're not alive?
I mean, at the moment, I
So,
do not appear to
you're-
be alive.
Yes, you're a druid, and you're a druid maybe, and you're not alive, right?
Yeah, it seems to be what's going on.
Your
for sure,
friends
for
are
sure.
like that's what looks like a wizard,
Warlock, also dead.
wizard, sorcerer,
Dead bard, and we got a dead
so
fighter.
wizard, Sasa wizard.
I think
You're gonna
you're a
are
warlock,
you gonna keep
right?
me guessing here?
Yes, I'm a warlock.
Yeah, no, he's a warlock. Yeah.
Oh, he's a warlock. And
always found this really
yes, what's your name, warlock?
Oh, he wants to know your name. Sorry, no, actually, you can't. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you can't hear him. What's the warlock's name?
His name's Archibald.
Actually, you can hear him.
Oh,
I can hear
The
him.
owl, yeah.
I can understand.
Yeah,
him.
it's just suddenly he's talking to you.
Oh.
Archibald
oh.
Ashtooth.
Is he hooting back at it now, or
No, he's just
he's
talking.
just talking? And okay, great.
The owl's just talking.
He said Archibald Ashtooth.
Yeah, I got that. I got
Do you speak
that.
owl?
No.
Oh no, I speak warlock. I can speak warlock.
Oh.
Did I hear that? Did I hear that?
Warwizhish. Yeah.
no clue.
He says, hey, hi, you're a bard.
That I am.
You're an undead
Let's
bard.
not cast the spell. I thought it was gonna.
Unalive bard.
Yeah, thank you.
And you're just what I need.
Me
Yeah.
or us?
Yeah. The whole.
Okay, good,
I'll
good.
take the whole group.
What is
Where do
happening
you
right
take?
now? I still can't hear
before we
anything.
roll
Everyone
on.
around me is just like hooting, and I don't know what's going on.
Well, hi.
Oh,
He said,
There, you're in. You're in.
Oh,
You're a fighter.
sure am.
All right. That's just so cool.
Quite the discerning owl.
Oh, do you have a name, my
Look at
friend?
Who? What?
Excellent.
Oh yes, I have a name.
not
Oh
miss
yeah.
an opportunity.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I still an owl?
Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah. I
not
better.
always an owl?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be confusing. Yeah.
yeah, gonna be. Good thing it's
Usually
not
I
already.
just do it right away, but it was so cool, and you were talking to me, and like it was owl language, and it was owlish.
Wait, are you also a druid that can turn into owls? Because I haven't gotten there yet, but I think one day.
No, I'm not a druid.
Just an owl.
No,
Do you like turn between an owl and a fox?
I'm familiar-ish. I'm a familiar.
You are a familiar.
Yes.
Oh.
Who's familiar?
Oh, yes, that's the question.
It is that I asked.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think I can help you, and you can help me.
You.
Yeah.
Okay, and could use a name. I don't want to pressure you if you don't want to share.
Oh, my name's Sally.
Sally.
Sally
Yes.
Owl.
I am Sally. Sally the owl.
Owl. I'm putting owl in quotes.
Yes.
Yeah.
She goes, oh, maybe I should introduce myself properly.
Yeah.
And she transforms into a female goblin. She says, I'm Sally.
Hi, Sally.
You made good work of those goblins.
Yeah, you didn't
Are you with them? You're not
know
like,
them,
Huh?
or they
Oh
weren't
no,
like-
no, no,
Oh,
they're not my kind of goblins.
What about Bongo Billy?
Oh, what about Bongo Billy?
Is
I have
he
so many
one-
questions about Bongo Billy.
literally
He's one of your
anything
friends.
about
Tell us
Bongo Billy.
everything about Bongo Billy.
Bongo Billy's a strange dude.
Yeah, we got that part.
So's Billy,
Yeah.
the kid.
Have they known each other
named
long?
Billy?
Huh?
Why are they both named Billy?
Oh, I don't know.
happens.
That's a good question.
It's a
Have
common
they like
name.
always
man.
been
Yeah.
together? Is this like a
It's
new
like
thing?
I'm not like Sally.
How long have
yeah.
they been like doing like can Bongo Billy read minds or can Billy the kid project thoughts?
Sure. I mean, you're asking me?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not so sure. I was way up there, but I noticed there's something unusual about Bongo Billy and Billy.
Can we go? Who's familiar?
Yeah. Also,
Oh,
I didn't know
yeah,
that a
yeah,
goblin
how
could be a
rude.
from. I thought it was like so.
Rude.
Yeah, Sally.
That's also rude of us, Sally.
rude.
Apologize. Well, we've been dealing with a lot. You know, we were
Come back to life.
dead.
Yeah.
It's been a
Yeah.
long
Well,
day.
yeah, I'm the familiar of a very powerful mage.
Do they
Who
have a
goes by the
name?
name?
I
connected,
think
like,
we should.
police?
I think we should fly over and I can fly. You can't. Can you fly?
Walk.
Nobody can
No.
fly.
Not yet.
All
Oh,
right.
one day
But
though.
one
It's
day-
on my bucket
One
list.
day I can fly.
Oh, Sally,
I
you
don't
got a
even
great
know
voice.
what that song is. But hey, you know what? Any?
Maybe the bard does.
I believe I can fly. That's all I got.
Oh.
Belief doesn't really make it happen, though.
Does your mage know Bran?
Oh, I think he knows lots.
Let's go talk to the
Lots is more than
think this
nothing,
is
which is where we're at right
wise.
now.
But what are you doing here?
Looking for
Bran's
Bran.
skull, man.
Oh, you are. Yeah, let's go meet the mage.
What could
I
go
like
wrong?
that.
We should.
Trust
No
We
wonder
should.
we were killed.
Listen.
We should.
This makes a lot of sense.
The owl
Everyone
goblin.
knows the owls don't lie.
It's a goblin
Oh,
right
that's
now.
true. Yeah.
But it was an owl. She was an owl.
She was an owl. You know what?
I'm an owl.
Wait, are you
Well,
an owl?
If Bongo
Oh no,
Billy is
I'm
at the
not
end
an
of
owl
this
now.
journey as
I'm
well,
a goblin
I'm
now,
gonna.
but I can change into an owl.
Why don't
Which
you
one
take
are
us?
you like mostly? Like in your heart?
Yeah.
Oh, when you get right down to it,
Yeah.
down deep.
Or just Sally.
Oh, I like being an ogre a lot.
Do you dream in ogreish?
Yeah, sometimes ogre, owl. I like owl. Owl is unobtrusive and can sit around. Not so much in this area, but in the forest or the woods.
Yeah, no, you have really
or,
nice plumage. So
on a
that's
on a
important.
statue or on a ship
owl.
or on a yardarm or.
Do you change yourself, Sally, or does your wizard?
Oh no, I'm all in control of everything. Things.
But you
mostly.
can take us back to this mage whose name you won't give us, who definitely knows lots of
Well,
things.
he should introduce himself. It's
Okay.
not. It would be impolite for me to tell you the name of a
Yeah.
mage because mages are, like, ooh.
Oh, they
like,
get weird
like,
about
I got
names,
Archibald
right?
to tell me his name just like that, but usually. But warlocks are more
Archibald
like
had an arrow
warlocks are
through the
more.
brain,
Warlocks are
so-
different than mages. Warlocks like you to
You
know.
mess
who
with
they
me, you mess with my friends. You know what I'm saying.
Us.
Are. Yeah. See,
Yeah,
warlocks.
we're
That's what
awesome.
warlocks are like. Mages are more. Mages are usually more, secretive.
Skittish.
But you're
Never
gonna just bring
trust
us right to him, and he's fine with that.
Yeah, we're gonna
yeah.
walk right out of this necropolis.
Oh.
All right.
Nice.
All right, how far? Because the skulls
not
are.
far.
Oh yeah, all right.
Not far. But we can't stay here and meet the mage. We have to go meet the mage.
Yep.
How far away is this mage?
What could go
Just
wrong?
just right over there.
Can I do an insight?
real close.
That's what I also want
Hey.
to insight
Yeah.
to see if like she seems trustworthy
Okay.
to me.
Yeah, I'd like to do an insight.
Nat
check.
20.
Whoa! Yeah, go with that one.
22, I guess, if we're not doing nat 20s.
I mean, she seems to be, she actually seems to be kind of like, she's offering you something that seems interesting. I mean,
That's
who
a
knows? I mean,
lead.
you're going to go meet a mage, maybe, you know, but, well, I mean, what does this mage have against you?
What else are we
You
gonna
don't
do?
know.
It's a lead, and I currently
she's-
have 0 leads.
Yeah.
Archibald, do you know if the magic that brought us back happens to be contained in this necropolis? Because I would like to not fall dead
You know
outside
what?
and
Let's
drop.
one of the skeletons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just like Mr. Walk in front of us.
What should I use to
Sally
determine?
says,
Like
oh,
an
that's a great
arcana,
idea.
Okay, wait, we're gonna
Take
corral
a skeleton.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna go corral a skeleton.
Yeah.
come with?
go-
Yeah, he's like winning with the magic,
All right,
so you're
I'll
getting
go.
his-
Oh,
Yeah, we're
yeah,
gonna
so
go.
what is
I have a
this?
net. I have a
She
net.
goes, why don't you take one of those bones and like do this and wave it in front of him? Maybe he'll come after it like a
I was gonna throw a net around
owl,
it.
like an owl with a mouse.
Or
Grab a
the
skull
net
and
is
you're like, ooh.
I'm gonna be like Bran Skull, Bran Skull.
Oh, yeah. yeah. She
Lord,
goes,
Right Bran on the
Yeah,
face.
I'm
on
gonna
the
write
top
Bran on
of
it.
it.
because we need to go over here through a crack in the wall.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so let's make. I'm gonna lure the skeleton with us. And,
Yeah, we'll take the skeleton out first and see what happens to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good. That's a good. That's smart. You're
could go
smart.
wrong?
Because you know, if you just like went as soon as you went out, you're dead again. I mean,
that's what I'll
I mean,
I think the
everything would
bravest
be
of us
done.
should go first.
It's that
Skeleton.
skeleton. So brave.
Yeah, skeleton.
So brave. No fear. No brain. No fear. Still
Yeah.
a skeleton.
So you're able to get a skeleton to
got the net.
go with the skull. It's like, yeah,
I
like
should carry the
starts
giant butterfly net.
shambling forward, and
Bran skull.
Sally turns back into an owl and kind of flies, and she goes above you, and then she'll circle, and then she'll go over, and she goes over right over to this area over here. It takes you a little while to get there. You can see undead shambling around. Sally gets up and above them. She, she's
Probably could've just grabbed one of these undead close
she's
to the
going,
wall.
she's flying.
Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to want to be staying on the ground too long.
So I take the Bran Skull and I like toss it through the wall.
Oh, and the skeleton goes out through the wall, and he keeps going and gets the skull, turns around, goes back through the wall.
Wait, what if that was Bran's skull?
Then
It said
he gets the
Bran
prize,
on
I
it.
guess. I wrote Bran on it.
What are the chances? What are the chances that the random skull is Bran's?
I know. We have no way of checking.
Nope.
I guess that skeleton might get the prize.
Yeah. At least this will be over. All right, we go through the wall. I
Yeah.
go through the
All right,
wall.
we can
looking
go.
for myself.
So the owl,
got the
the owl kind of flies over, and then and pretty soon you see, and it's a pretty destroyed graveyard. But it's outside this wall, this very, very tall wall. Peter, how tall? 30, 40 feet, somewhere in there. Anyway,
Very.
so the wall is the wall is very tall, but this little crack that goes through it, and there you can just squeeze. All of you can squeeze through. Sally flies over the wall, and then as you go through the wall, and then there is indeed a man, a human, who is dressed in very nice robes.
There's silver trim.
Yeah, we need to know
No,
about
he's not. He doesn't have black with silver trim.
Okay. Is there-
He has a
no
different,
trim?
no trim,
No
no.
trim.
We're good?
Okay.
But no trim.
Challenge
And he's standing there, and Sally lands next to him, and Sally says, she says, Master, I have brought you something of interest, and he says, oh. He says, and he looks around and says, oh, hello, my friends.
Hello, good fellow.
Hey.
How are you today?
Oh, undead.
Been
as
better,
ever. Yeah.
really.
Really?
Yeah.
Looking for a skull.
Looking for a skull.
Yep.
Any specific skull?
Yeah, Bran's, actually.
So, you are looking for Bran's skull.
Correct. Yeah. Bran
Also
skulls.
would accept an off-brand skull. My body crumples apart.
I don't know that off-brand would work, but you never know. Sometimes substitutes work in magic, but sometimes.
Whoa, this is for magic?
Indeed. I'm
Do we
looking
care?
for Bran's skull as well.
Oh. I mean, do you want the prize?
Well,
What if
No, I think you want the prize.
I do want the prize.
I like prizes.
What is this prize? We were never apprised of the
Yeah. Oh, you couldn't see because you were
Oh,
winking.
I'm sure.
eyes a little
I'm sure she didn't tell you anything. I'm sure.
The crazy old lady? No.
No, the crazy old lady. Yes, the crazy old lady. The
I
crazy,
feel like that's the wrong thing to say.
the crazy old lady, Orthy Vab. She's looking for that, but for reasons of her own, of course.
So you're looking for it for, you're not working with her, you're
Oh
different.
no, I am working against.
Oh.
But you also want the skull.
I do want the skull.
So you're going to kill us now.
No,
Okay.
no,
We all
you
want
are
the
uniquely
skull.
suited to the task of finding the skull.
Okay.
How so?
Well, you're dead.
Yeah.
Unalive.
Undead.
And while
Recently deceased.
I don't have the resources that she has, the undead that are mingling around looking for the skull, perhaps I could avail you to look for the skull for me instead.
Well, she was going to give us a prize.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think your prize would be an early grave.
Another.
Ironically.
So
What
then,
would
But
you-
I have a better prize.
Okay,
Go
well,
on.
yeah, no, offer.
My prize would be to return you to life.
sold.
That is better. That is objectively better.
Can I insight check this offer?
Sure.
I just,
Insight check it.
Everyone's just really trustworthy. Okay, that's a 12.
Well, yeah, I mean, that does seem to be, you feel like that's what he seems to be on the level as far as, that's what he's offering.
Yeah, and we're pretty. I mean, the other lady did seem kind of kooky.
She was kind
Yeah.
of crazy. And mystery prize versus alive.
Yeah.
That's pretty
He says,
clear.
she won't return you to life.
Oh. But she
I
could
don't.
give
She's
us
all
a-
about death. I am more about life.
Okay. What is your
I'm
name?
about life. I love that.
Yeah.
My name?
Yeah.
Yes. My name is Tenacious.
Oh, Tenacious D.
D Wizard.
D-Wizard.
Get it together.
He says, my name is Tenacious. And I would really like you to find that skull for me, as opposed to,
Okay, this will be the
Dorothy.
deciding factor for me.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you give us more direction?
Almost
on how
any.
To, like any.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Actually.
Direction.
he says,
on
I
finding
can.
the skull. Well then,
Right?
I'm
This
kind of
guy.
sold right
Yeah.
there.
Tenacious is
Because the working environment up till now has been a little,
very hostile.
a little hostile.
I have a feeling that
Clear.
you're just another cog in the wheel for her.
I mean,
For me, you are the wheel.
Oh, Tenacious.
wow.
This guy.
It's kind of nice to
You
feel
have a
appreciated
smooth
every
tongue,
once in a
sir.
while.
Thank you.
I grow another flower and I give it to him.
Oh, it's very nice. He says,
Very easily
thank you very kindly. That was
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah.
He says,
Again, no
So-
wonder we died.
but we have to do something about this.
Agreed.
Right now.
Just the smell, or like.
I don't. He says this won't work.
What?
This
I
won't.
thought you
In
said-
case you encounter others,
What?
or something, you need
I
to look. You look.
normal right now because I altered
you,
myself to
you
look
do,
normal
but I
again.
can make something that will. I can do something that will make you all look like your old selves.
But will that make us a target for the undead rambling around?
No, they're gonna smell what they smell and sense what they sense.
Cool.
Not to break the fourth wall, but haven't you seen? Never mind. But yeah, they'll still see you as what you are. But I think you probably want to be seen as who you were. So
Yes.
I
Maybe we'll be able
can
to get an
cast
orange
a
flag.
dwemer that will on all of you that will turn you to who you were before, make you look like you were before you died.
Yeah, nice.
Yes.
Accepted.
Are ready?
Indeed.
Very well.
I do have a question.
No questions.
Okay.
He starts casting the spell. Casts it.
Does it feel like a death spell? Good.
He starts intoning magics and waving his hands. And Sally kind of is looking at him, and then he casts the spell, and you all turn into who you were before, except you. You don't turn into anything. And he looks at you and he says, says that didn't work on you.
I'm magic intolerant.
Magic intolerant.
Wait,
What do
don't
you mean?
It's a blessing and a curse that I've had all my life. They're just magics that don't work on me.
Don't you sing magic?
Do any of the others have things that are unusual?
Nope.
Okay.
Do we remember?
Yeah, you remember everything. I like how she first goes. She goes, nope.
Nothing to see
I
here.
got nothing here. That's how you can't lock me out. That's crazy.
I'm not gonna tell anyone that. Are you kidding me?
Best kept locked.
Yeah, locked up. Don't let that one escape.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that question. I'm gonna do is it perception or is it
It's
is
you want
insight?
to.
Is it insight?
Yeah.
Insight,
A
right?
little insight
I'll do
roll
a little
on that.
Insight roll on that question. I keep on rolling low on a stupid.
It's because you
none
need
of
a
these
different die.
Yeah, I know. I need
That's
to go
a timeout,
rolling.
sir.
I mean, it seems like professional curiosity to you. You're a warlock. He's a mage. He's like, okay, well, that was weird. I mean, he's definitely looking at him strangely. He's just asking a general question. He doesn't seem to be a lot of Arvis about it or anything. Did I use that word correctly, Mr. Connard? Anyway, let's consult the encyclopedia. No, Avarice. And anyway, I'll just keep butchering until I get it right. But in any case, no, it doesn't seem to be. But you kind of feel like you could. Professional curiosity.
Oh well. Yeah, I suppose. Here, let me see. Is he wearing any rings?
Oh yeah, he's got rings on.
Oh, we got
Do you
rings on
mind?
rings on rings on rings.
Just trust me. I know we've just met, but can I see your hand? I won't do anything. I promise.
Okay, I am curious. Here's my hand.
All right. This is lovely. That's lovely. And I touched one of the rings. And I
Okay.
said, oh, what do you call this one?
And that's how we got the one ring.
Oh man.
It's a ring of mind shielding.
A ring of, what did you say?
Mind shielding.
And I say that, and does it pop into my hand?
Yes.
Boom. Yeah, that's what it is.
He looks at you and says,
There you
puts it back on. I see.
go. But as professional courtesy, I shan't do that again.
I see I have put my trust in the right people. How about you?
Oh,
Wait, you had a spell on yourself
Yeah,
that druids don't have.
I hold up my hand and I just alter myself enough that it looks like I'm wearing his ring, and I'm like, just kidding, and it doesn't come off.
I see.
Yeah.
And you have something, I can sense it.
I'm just a girl with a sharp stick.
Yeah. Beware of girls with sharp sticks.
Oh, yes.
Very long lessons learned.
Very interesting. Well, let me help you.
Oh, thank you.
I think I can. I believe I remember something.
If you bring me back to life, I will look like I did before.
You will, if I bring you back
Oh,
to life.
yeah.
But you will need to bring me Brand Skull.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
about that. Just
You can will yourself to be affected by magic.
Oh.
Just will it.
Oh.
Will really hard to be affected by.
He says, I will cast this very powerful spell again.
Abracadabra.
He casts it, and you transform back. He says, so there. You are able to drop your defenses.
Excellent.
Or allow
Nice.
someone to cast a spell on you.
Good
But you have to do that mentally. You have to think about doing that in order for it to happen. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. And if something happens, unfortunately, something happens beneficial, but you aren't aware and don't know it's going to happen, it's not going to happen.
Communication team. That's
It's
what
all
I'm looking
about
for.
communication.
That's gonna be.
That's probably why
rough
you died
if you
last
need
time.
healing. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're like down and need healing,
There was a reason that I've memorized a few spells.
well, I'm.
Yeah, we
Get
can.
a healer's
We can
kit.
take
I
a
can
short
cast
break.
healing.
Yourself. Great.
Let's go ahead and take a short break,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
and
you.
then we can come back and finish up. We're almost done. All right.
Excellent.
sounds good.
All right.
All right. See you in a minute.
Hello and welcome back to Actoroke. Our intrepid RPG players have successfully gotten to a little bit of information. I've done a great job tonight. I'm very excited. But we have just a little bit more to go before tonight's session is over. Nice. A bit more to reveal. I've got a little bit more in store for them. But let's get to it. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. All right. So, Tenacious looks at you all and says, so I have some specific things that I would like you to do in order to find this skull. But first I need to know if Orthy has put together Bran in any way, shape, or form. How put together is he? Is he missing a finger? Is he missing a shin? Is he missing everything? I know she's looking for the skull, but I need to know how much else is missing from the body of Bran. We cannot let Bran get back into this world. It would be disastrous for us all. So, I need you.
We just talked to her earlier. We could have asked. Yeah,
to infiltrate her lair in the necropolis. It will be somewhere around where you were before. You will need to go in, if you can, look around, find the body of Bran, find and see what's missing, what she has, so that, and report back to me so I can know how far along she is. Because I know she's looking for the skull and we want to thwart that, but how long is she? And when we find that out,
a lot of questions.
Round of questions.
We'll know more. He goes, yes, questions.
Okay. One, would it be easier for us to infiltrate if we looked undead again?
I think that she is busy doing other things and not really that worried about that.
Two, if we're trying to get her to not bring him back and she needs all of him to bring him back while we're there, should we take a pinky bone or something?
You can try. I have a feeling it's very well protected, but I don't know.
Cool. Yeah.
How will we know which body it is?
The rest of his bones are labeled.
That's a very
for
good
sure.
question. Well, it's going to be in her lair. It's going to be, and it'll be in a place of prominence. It's going to be set out and ready for her to bring it, or them to bring it back. So, I think that'll be the best clue. I mean, if you encounter lots of bodies, I think the bigger question is, how are we going to find the skull?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I realized that we all seem to be on board with the getting re-alive bit. I probably should have asked sooner. It seems important. Does Bran suck? Why don't we want him back?
Well, he is a horrible, evil deity. So he is no friend to the living or the druids. He is not someone that we would want back on this plane or this existence.
She really
he is a deity that I believe that you, as from what a little I can tell, would probably not want him around. It would be very destructive. But I mean, that again, if you have a different view, that's fine. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. What I'm saying is, I'm the one who will bring you back to life. And
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't I'll bring you back to life, but in return, you got to make sure that this super awesome, helpful, wonderful man doesn't come back.
Oh, he's not super awesome or wonderful.
Great.
Just
checking that box.
When we bring you the skull, what are you going to do with it?
Well, I will make sure that he can never return.
So
Sounds good to me.
Do you just want us to smash it for you when we find it?
No,
probably some kind of magic. It's a god skull.
I don't know that you could smash it. It is the skull of a god.
But we still wouldn't know when we saw it. That's okay.
Yes. So is there a dowsing rod, a skull dowsing rod, or with all your great magics? Is there a way you could help us discern which skull is which?
I will think on that, but I don't have anything for you at this time.
Okay, that's fair.
He says.
I think this is a great idea. I personally, although I can't speak for the three of you, think it's great to be alive.
I like
and
life.
I prefer being there. That being said, I suppose that as we help you, we will be creating more enemies when we stop Bran from coming. Is this an accurate presumption?
Well, I mean, if they knew you did it, possibly.
Chaldea was thinking ahead.
Sneaky. We gotta be
Just making sure that we understand what we're getting in for, which
Oh,
I'm
so
all
good
in.
at being
Like, are
sneaky.
they going to be like real mad at us when this is over?
I think your choices are do this for me and become alive, or probably not.
No,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, I think you just want to know the.
I just want to know that once I'm alive and I'm
where we
walking down the
stand.
street
what
and I see a bunch of
exactly?
Bran followers, they don't go, "Yo, isn't that Archibald, the one who didn't let our God come back?"
There are so many followers of so many different things now that Cordava's dead that who knows? It is quite the chaos in this.
Do not
the
fear this
lands.
Bran.
Yes.
It's hard to fear a dead man.
Yes.
I mean,
Except for us.
Yeah, us. We're,
Well,
we're
everyone should be afraid of us.
yeah, we're
Not
terrified.
you. You're
I
good.
am no
So,
fan.
But
so you will endeavor to find her lair and see how things sit with her. Very well.
all right.
That sounds great.
Do you have a direction for us?
Is there something
Go
you can
back
tell us
to the
about her? Like,
wall.
does she have like weaknesses? Or,
Weaknesses? Well,
no,
she's a
like,
very
fire?
powerful
She's scared
witch.
of fire? Or,
Allergic to peanuts.
yeah. Bad left ankle?
Water? If you pour water? Okay.
Will she melt if you pour
Yeah,
water on
I've
her?
heard.
I've often heard that witches melt if.
Try.
No, I don't think that
Have you ever
water
seen
will-
her like in a rainy?
No, I've never seen her in a rainy situation where I thought she might be compromised.
Is there some
allergy.
item that gives her power that we might be able to sort of take?
I am not sure.
Sounds like we should just avoid her.
Yeah, just avoid
Let's
her.
avoid
I think
her.
the most. I
Go
think
to
the
her
more
house.
investigation you can do in her lair, the better.
Investigate house.
Investigate. I'm gonna say
All right.
lair because that makes me feel less bad about breaking into it.
There.
I don't feel bad.
He says, "Very well. I will send you on your way." And Sally kind of stands up, looks at you, and says, She says, "Can I stop being nice to them now?"
Oh.
And he says, "Yes, I suppose, Sally. You are your nature." And she
That's a
says,
little hurtful.
Well, good luck, I guess."
Whatever.
That wasn't
I'm not
terrible.
Somebody's familiar.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Maybe that would be
rude.
really great if you
Yeah,
had to
like,
listen to someone else's
You know,
orders
Sally,
all
I
day.
understand you're hurt,
Yeah.
and
Your feelings
it's
are
okay.
valid.
Yeah.
I'm not hurt. I'm just,
Short
I
of temper?
got tired of doing so much goody stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, only so much you can take, right,
know.
Archibald? I think you understand me. Yeah,
It's fair.
it's fair. Yeah,
I'll have
yeah.
rough days.
Got to have a little of both. And I mean, that owl thing just exhausted me. Who and where and la la la.
I mean,
it's
it
like,
was real cute in the moment.
Oh well, I don't. Oh,
Yeah.
do I like cute? Cute. No, cute's not good. All right. Well, in any case,
Sorry.
I guess good luck.
Thanks. That was
Yeah,
sincere
you
this time.
too. I guess.
And
Yeah.
that concludes our session tonight. So, by the way, fought the goblins. Some great role playing. You're all second level.
Yeah!
You can update your character sheets.
Shout directly into my mic.
Sorry, yeah.
So you
Thank
can you can advance your characters
Level up.
Level two.
for the
on
next
here.
session. I haven't done this
Yeah, it's
before,
great.
but I should say goodbye to the audience
yeah.
and everyone. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoyed this session of Actoroke. We'll look forward to our next one, and we'll see what our script writer comes up with and
so excited.
what happens with that. So I'm looking forward to seeing all that. And
Yeah.
we'll see all of you next time in our role-playing session. It was a pleasure, and you guys are great. So thank you.
Thank you.
And good night.
Good job.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, audience.
Bye. Thank you, audience.